So basically, we're gonna have like a chit chat, talk about different things. We haven't really come up with a name for it yet.
Yeah.
But I think we will by the time we have to create a title, we'll be like, oh, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Today's topic is why are men trash?
That's why I'm so ready.
Because they're trash.
They really are.
Okay, bye guys.
Welcome to our show!
But men have like issues that like no one can fix because they're just men and
I feel like they also
patriarchy.
I feel like they also have like weird stresses, right? Like I don't know, like I feel like because everyone's saying that, I feel bad for them, but like I feel like everyone has this fixed notion of what a man should quote unquote be. That like themselves, I don't know why, but they won't discover for themselves what makes a man a man.
But let's be honest, like who created that as well of what they should be? It was themselves.
True.
They told themselves they need to
I feel like honestly, like in every single society, I feel like there was some dude who literally just sat there like who created this man that he wished that he was, and then because he felt miserable that he wasn't that kind of man, he's like, okay, let me make all these men feel.
You think there was one individual who like based on that?
I also think in terms of like female ideas, I feel like it was the same dude. And
I
he was
don't
like,
want to blame one specific individual. I want to be like men themselves created this like gender role of how
no,
they should do this and do that.
I'm saying like how it started.
Yeah.
I feel like it started with an individual, but they carried it on.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that individual who started, it must be some profound person that everyone was like, oh my goodness, this person has knowledge. Because clearly back in the day, they didn't read for themselves. They didn't really do much for themselves. They were told what to do. So I feel like that one person he may have been stupid, but he knows how to. You know, people who know how to act smart. Like you're like, oh my goodness, I feel like
into that.
But they're not. They're the dumbest people you know. But they're like, oh, everyone's like, oh my goodness, they're so smart. They're stupid. They're so stupid. They might be book smart, but they're street dumb on another level.
Yeah.
So I feel like that person created an image of what type of man that he would want to be, and then a type of woman that he would want. And then he kind of, because I think he felt bad that he didn't have that, he somehow infiltrated it so other men can think the same way and also feel miserable because he wanted to bring misery amongst everyone. I don't know. I haven't read about this, but I feel like that's.
I haven't read about it either.
It makes, to me, that's the best way to make sense because it's like it's all of a sudden this idea just popped out of like freaking nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know like the history of patriarchy, like in terms of where it started, not the history of it. Like we all know there has been patriarchy like throughout the whole of life, but I don't know who started it. But I feel like there's no one, like men will be like, oh, not all men are trash, and like patriarchy, like it's not all men's fault, but like you guys started it, you guys are a part of it, like it's your rules on how to treat women, how to treat each other. Men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't do this. Like these are your own rules on your personal self that makes you horrible people. So like it's on you, and that's why men will never be like, well, not all men, but some men who don't believe all men are trash will never take responsibility of it because they don't know who caused this. So they want to find blame in someone else, but it's just like you're trash because you made up the rules to your trashness of how to treat people and how to treat yourselves as well, that you should be the providers for everything. Like you put that pressure on yourself on how to be a provider, and you also put pressure on yourself on how women should act. You put pressure on other human beings as well.
How they should
act.
I feel like it came through extremes though. I feel like every extreme creates a negative notion around a certain idea. Like maybe back in the day patriarchy was actually not so bad, but because of extreme people it's bad. It's the same thing with feminism. I feel like because of extreme feminists, like feminism has like a bad rep for itself. But then again, there's different types of feminists. Like certain feminists believe in different. Some feminists want monarchy, right? That's how you pronounce it, right? Which I personally I don't really want. I don't want monarchy or patriarchy.
I want a matriarchal society. Have you watched documentaries on matriarchal society?
I've watched it.
So amazing.
And the life seems so peaceful.
No, it is. And the thing is, matriarchal societies, people, when you say a matriarchal society, people think it's just women like living on their own, but it's like, no, how can you reproduce? Obviously there's men who are submissive, to this society. And what you notice in these matriarchal societies, that the men are there and they agree with what's happening and things are peaceful, because men, guys, who had the World War I and II? It was white men, specifically. Black people were roped into it somehow. That was never our war for black people, but who had the world wars? It was white men. It was, and not just white men, but it was men. Black men were like also pulled into the Cold War because they were part of the Americans. But like, who had those wars? World wars, where worldly we were all involved. Men. Women aren't violent like that. Yes, we bitchy and we rude to each other and we catty, and men, we like, women have drama, women are mean to each other, but did we ever, Winnie, did I ever try to stab you? I see you.
No.
Violently. Am I shooting out at you? Like, no.
Punches?
Am I throwing punches?
Yeah.
No. And are you in trenches? Are women in... No. It's like you started this problem for yourself, and I don't know what to do about you. I need to answer this. Hello? In matriarchal states, I noticed there's so there's this, that women do things for themselves in every way. Like, they farm, they get money from themselves, and they also date multiple people at the same time, which is, it's not even slut shamed, and they get married and they can still be seeing other people. So like, you don't, like, you do things for yourselves. And the thing is, in the society we live in now, so like, let's say people want to blame blessers and slave queens, but okay, when you say slave queen, who are you picturing? I just want to say, you're picturing a black person, right? A black girl with a weave.
Yeah.
That's literally
Eyebrows
you picturing,
usually,
a black girl with a weave, eyebrows and fleek,
Even
makeup,
dresses,
everything,
Like,
black men. But when white women marriage,
It's like,
no, but I'm saying, like, what's the title for them?
oh, for them, they get gold digger.
No,
No,
it's still
it's-
black woman. That you still picture.
No, okay.
Kanye West Jr. talking with a gold digger, like, you're still picturing a black chick.
Okay, I think.
What are you titling them as?
Okay, hold on. I think for me, the reason why I can think, oh, like, white women can be gold digger. I'm not saying that's how everyone thinks. I'm just saying like the way I think, because I broaden the way I think a lot of everything. So like, my answers won't be like, oh, it's black people. Mine is like, oh no, it's like this person and this.
No, because we don't have like a picture of a white woman doing anything horrible. Because that's what it's pictured as, a slave queen being horrible, or a slave queen, a slave queen being horrible. But it has nothing to do with that. It's just like, we've been conditioned because of patriarchy, not because of us. We've been conditioned because of patriarchy that men provide and they do this and this and this. So the minute we like, okay, that's cool, like we're cool with it, then we have names for it. Now we're being named horrible things. Now we're not good people for it, because now we're slave queens, now we're gold diggers, because we're accepting the notion of what patriarchy actually put up. So that's my problem with men, is that they came up with these notions and now they're angry by the notions that they came up with. It's your fault. So
I think
come for yourself before you come for any
I think
other
the
ones.
reason why I say like, I don't want like a patriarchy or matriarchy or whatever, I don't know, like, I feel like because of the way I view, because like, I'll call myself a feminist, right? And like,
Yeah.
oh, she hates men, no, like, I'll call men trash, and then I'll still, like, if I have a boyfriend, like, stop boo, like, I'll still do it, like,
Yeah, that's still fine.
it's still fine. But for me, the idea of feminism is like equality and like opportunities. Like, I could be whoever I want to be. I'm not being who I want to be because you told me. If I want to be a housewife, I'm being a housewife because I want to be a housewife, and I'm going to find someone who is going to give me that lifestyle. It has nothing to do with the fact that women are supposed to clean, women are supposed to cook. If I'm saying like, no, I want to be a provider and I want someone who's going to be a house husband, it has nothing to do with the fact that like, oh, I want to control men. No, it's like, no, because I want to freaking provide. I want to fend for myself, and I want
And
to.
it should be the same in the opposite. When you don't want to do those things, if you don't want to be a provider in any sense, and you want to stay, you want to raise your children and not have any expectations to your role, that it should be the same thing. Is because there's no roles to your gender. It's just like, I just don't want to do any.
You want to be who you want to be.
Like, not that I don't want to do anything, it's like I want to raise my child and not have a job. Like it has nothing to do with
being a female.
Yeah.
It has to do with what I want to do. I feel like it even goes in terms of like sex and stuff like that. I was explaining this to like my cousin, my sister. I was like, I feel like terms like transgender and this and this, and I honestly feel like the labels are there so people can feel comfortable, because people are not okay with the idea of people fully being themselves. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like society would be a better place if like people can just walk around and be who they want to be. You like girls and you're a girl, okay, whatever. You like guys, you like whoever you want to like, okay, fine. You're a dude, right? But you want to have boobs, go get boobs done, okay, fine. Like, you're just being that person. I feel like labels are only created so that whoever is feeling uncomfortable can be like, okay, like I can box you. Now I feel uncomfortable. Now I feel comfortable because now I know what your type is. And it's like that person is just being themselves, and you are yet to get to the stage where you can fully be yourself. Because I feel like when you fully at the stage where you can fully be yourself, or you have an idea of who you are, and you're excited to fully discover that person and accept that person, what people do around you will literally not bother you. You will not care. You will not be homophobic, transphobic, racist, whatever. You won't care. You won't care because you're so secure within yourself that you don't really care about what other people think about you. You won't necessarily get, okay, sometimes you'll get embarrassed in public because that is human nature, but you won't easily get embarrassed in public. Do you understand what I mean? Like, because you're so secure in yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's why like I just don't want.
Your vibe is different.
Yeah, I don't like the title of things, because I feel like titles make people feel uncomfortable, and title brings about control. I do, however, think that there should be laws.
Step straight, like I'm so
I do, however, believe that, and within that freedom of people being who they should be, there should be laws, because there are people who take advantage of it, and there are people who are like extremes and stuff like that. And obviously, there are certain things that like I agree with and I don't agree with. Like, I don't agree everyone should have access to gun. Not that that's the case in South Africa. Like, I feel like yes, there should be laws for order, but I feel like there shouldn't be laws and like, I don't know, like labels to kind of like control people. Like, or like, you know, like in a classroom when they say, if you want to speak, pick up your hand. It's not so that because like I'm trying to control you when you speak and stuff. It's so that there's literally order, because if you have 28 kids in the class and all 28 kids speak, no one is going to hear what anyone is saying and stuff like that. It's just for order. It's not to control. I feel like there should be laws like that, but at the same time, I feel like there shouldn't be like, okay, like if you want to change your gender 5 times in your lifetime, go for that. If you have the money,
issue for you.
If you have the money, it's like
you.
go do it. Like, why does that bother people? I don't get why it bothers people so much.
Because it's not someone else's people.
Exactly. And people are going like, oh no, religion and no. But that doesn't mean that person follows your religion or follows what you follow. It doesn't mean because what you believe is right, everyone must believe.
Why you ma'am?
I feel like
not yours. We're not changing your genitals.
I'm not saying making you go get a boob job. I don't want a boob job.
It's the same thing about fucking surgery. Guys, I'm getting a reduction. 1. 2, don't fucking come for me because I have big boobs. Why are you gonna come for people when they want something else different with their body? Because they paid for it. It's my money. Literally, it's my money. That's the worst part. Is like, it's my coins, and now you're gonna try to control how I spend my money. No, you weren't there when I was hustling. So don't come for anything that anyone does to change themselves and to be comfortable within themselves. It's not changing themselves, to be comfortable within themselves. Any changes made to be comfortable, not changing themselves. Any changes are made to be comfortable. Don't be that human being.
Like, I feel like everyone should just be whoever they want to be. Obviously, you should be made aware of the consequences. Like, if you want to sleep with like 5 rooms every day for the rest of your life, you do. As long as you know what you're subjected to. Like, not necessarily labels. I'm not saying you'll be subjected, like people are gonna start shaming you and stuff like that. That should honestly just stop being a thing. Like if she wants to do that, then let her do that. How does that as long as she's not sleeping with your man, how does that affect what's going on in your life? Like, I feel like you should just stick to your stuff. Stop worrying about what this.
You need to contact your man about it, not her. No, guys, 10 out of 10 times it's your man who was the problem. He probably DM'd her.
I feel like
he probably approached her.
For me, honestly, it doesn't. I don't care if she approached him or he approached her. If she approached him, he should cut it off because aren't you dating someone?
Exactly. That's
So-
like it
so-
has nothing to do
it
even
has-
with
so, like,
it's probably your man's.
But also, even if she approaches him, he should
He's
have
be like,
no
no, yeah,
No.
like, no, yeah. So that's why I'm like, it's 10 out of 10 times it's your man's is a mess.
Because we can't sit here and like be like, no, like it's only guys, because women cheat. Obviously, everyone cheats. Everyone cheats. But like, then again, I feel like people shouldn't be in a relationship because to me, cheating is stupid, and I feel like it's a lot of work. Lying is a lot of work. I'm so lazy. I don't have time. I don't have time
I hate
to be like,
lying.
oh no, like where are you? No, I'm at uni. Honey, like just tell us.
Oh, yes,
so
ah!
I'm at your house and
It's too much
it's too much work. I don't
I
even
hate
like being
lying.
on my phone.
Guys, this is why I hate lying. This is honestly why I hate lying. Okay, it's okay when we lie, like small lies, yeah, it's cute and whatever, it's fine. Not even cute, like it's okay when you do. But guys, when I am calling out for you, I'm calling you out for your lying. I already know I already knew the truth. I already know the truth. When I'm calling you out for the lying, it's like I'm asking you, do you think I'm a bobai? Basically. That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking, do you think I'm a bobai? And then you answer your answers, and it's basically yes, because you're answering your own things.
You keep lying.
You keep lying, so you're saying yes, I'm a bobai. That's when.
It's like, am I stupid woman? Like,
That's when I'm like story time on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like story time. This is this and this person. But I won't do that anymore because now I'm being an adult. But I already, basically what I'm saying is I already know you're lying. I'm not doing that anymore, but I already know you're lying. You're a mess. And I will never trust you, and I will make you a bobai, actually. For real. Like you thought you were pretend bobaying. I'll make you Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
I'll
Mouse.
make you Mickey Mouse. Guys, I'm not even gonna fuck around with you. I will make you Mickey Mouse.
no, like,
I'm not playing games with people.
I just, no, I don't get it. Even people who are like, oh no, like, cheating is like, no, it's not part of a relationship. Like,
It's not.
if you can't,
It's not.
it doesn't, for me, cheating doesn't make the relationship grow. It doesn't do anything, it just harms it. And then on top of that, they're gonna cheat, and then they're gonna be like, why don't you trust me?
I'm not even mad by cheating, it's the lying. Cheating is the act,
No,
the lying. That's
no,
when you make people bobai.
I hate cheating because cheating for me is extremely selfish. It is so selfish. You basically saying that I'm gonna disrespect this person that I apparently care for, and she's gonna, and I'm not even
Actually,
giving.
you're gonna see this when you, sorry, because you haven't been in that intimate relationship with someone. You're gonna see it when you are with someone that you're in love with. That cheating is not the deal breaker. What the deal breaker is the lying. It's because they